Hello everybody. Welcome to Mr. Mouse Trucking. The mouse is in the house today. Today is Friday. I am in El Paso at my terminal, and I will be going to Atlanta, Georgia. About a 1,400 something mile trip, so I'll be busy over the weekend. Hopefully I'll be there Sunday evening. My appointment is for Monday at 11 o'clock, local time. So let me get hooked up. This trailer is dirty. I guess I'll stop at Weatherford, Texas and get my truck and trailer washed. I got routed over here to get my truck repaired. I used to have lights on my dash, warning light stuff. But as of right now, I do not have any warning light, which is good. They did replace a fan hub. It does have electrical parts in it that affects the sensors on the truck. So hopefully that did the trick. Here lately, KW dealership, they've been putting a laptop on it and that was it. All the codes are wiped off the dash for about an hour, maybe 2 hours, and then my lights will come back on. So finally, my company or El Paso decided, hey, we need to put a part on. Oh man. Oh, we gotta check for daylight between the fifth wheel and the trailer. I don't know what I have on. Other than that, it's a pretty nice day. Blue sky, sunny, a little nippy, not bad. My route, it'll be taking me out on 10, go up 20 all the way up through Dallas. Take a left turn at Dallas, stay on 20, all the way across. So that's a pretty easy route. I have a fuel stop in Odessa and another one in Tunksuba, Mississippi. Alright, let me do my walk around. My pre-trip, yesterday, we had a sandstorm here. 40 mile an hour gust. Man, it was terrible. Now, it's like nothing ever happened. Oh, checking for airline wires. The pins. Never mind about the pins. I gotta slide my trailer tandems up. It's all the way to the back, man. I'll be all stretched out. So last night, they pulled my truck in the shop, put on that new fan hub. Hopefully that works. The only thing I have to worry about is that sometimes I have a short between the driver's seat and the steering wheel. But that happens once in a while. It's aggravating. Put my truck in and out of the shop. And then I'm not done. I have to do this emissions check. So they could do that on the computer. They check the performance of my truck. They have to cool down 5 times. Whatever. They'll let me know if I pass the emission check or not. I don't really care to drive all stretched out, not if I don't have to. But you can see, yeah, pretty close to the back. I checked my bills, I have 42,000 and some change. These air actuated trailers are pretty handy. I like it. Okay, whenever you slide your tandem, always get out and check, see if the pins are fully extended out of the railings. You don't ever want to rock the trailer and take off. What are you laughing for? Don't be doing that. So when I get to Van Horn, I'll axle out. Okay, all good. Time to hit the road, Jack. Hey, I only drove a couple hours to get here. An unscheduled stop. I thought I heard thunder, and it turned out to be my stomach. So I had to fix something to eat. Normally, I could go all day and then have a big dinner. Not today. This is pretty cool, being a driver. Pretty much do anything you want from point A to point B as long as you're not late on your delivery. Yeah, that windshield is my office window, and it changes from day to day. My fuel stop's in Odessa, and then my truck wash is in Weatherford, so I plan on shutting it down at Weatherford, Texas, on 20. I think exit 406. Because this is Friday, and I'll get there in Fort Worth, Dallas during rush hour, evening, 5 o'clock, 500, and I'll be burning time. So instead of burning time going through all that traffic, I'll just call it a day in Weatherford, and then tomorrow it'll be a better day as far as traffic. So you have to think about things like that. If you don't have to deal with the traffic, hey, save your time. Time is money. So that's my plan, Stan. From El Paso to Weatherford, that's about nine and a half hours. That's good enough. And then I'll still be there. If I do it that way, I'm only 865 miles from Atlanta, from Weatherford to Atlanta. So yeah, I'll have 3 or 4, 5 hours to drive Sunday, and I'm on schedule. So you gotta watch your time, gotta watch the clock. This morning when I was eyeballing my tires, looked like I was in the right spot, but apparently driving down the highway, I felt pretty light on the drive. So I'm gonna pretty much move them back to where they was. Well, enough yakking. I feel better. I don't hear the thunder anymore. Time to hit the road, Jack. And I am 35,600 on the trailer, 27,680 on the drive. So whoever loaded this trailer loaded it way heavy on the back end. Might be some new guy, some new forklift driver. Gotta even it out, man. Okay. Now here's my pin. Always mark the pin, because if the pin goes behind the railing, you can't see it. That's why you mark it. Pull it in. Okay. So I just took 35,600 to get it under 34,000. I put in 33,000. Subtract them two, and then I divide it by 250, like 250 pounds per hole. Since my hole is only, what trailer is this? Wabash. There's only 2 types of hole spacings out here. The 4.5, the one with wide spacing, and then 2 1/4. So 250, that's 10 holes. So I gotta move 10 holes back. Does that look familiar? Yeah, that looked like where it was this morning before I slid my tandems. Right there. That's my 10th hole. I'm gonna put it there. See what I got. Oh man. Okay, I'm in the 8th hole. That's only 250 pounds, give or take. I don't think I'll redo that. What happened? I released the since I released the pins on that button. I went backwards and it hit the trolley valve, and it skipped that hole and went into the next hole. I'll go with that. The reason why I'm not putting it in the 10th hole is, like I said, I need fuel, and that'll add more weight to the drive. See what happens. I'll go get a reweigh. I have to take all my turns wide now. Okay, let me see what we have. Okay, on reweigh, I came up with 29,660 on the drive, 33,540 on the trailer. So I'm 156 miles from Odessa. I don't know how many gallons I'll burn exactly, but they want me to put on 112 gallons. 112 gallons weighs 817 pounds. So 817 plus 29,660, that comes up with 30,400 something pounds. So basically, since I'm going to burn fuel to get to Odessa, yeah, I'll have roughly 30,000. I'm guessing 30,002 on the drive and then 33,540 on the trailer, which is legal. I'm all stretched out. I'm just going to have to make wider turns on the corners. What I say and what I do is two different things. Things happen out here. My plans was to camp out in Weatherford, so I didn't have to deal with the Friday evening traffic, save my time. Plus, I wouldn't have enough time to go across Dallas and Fort Worth with the time I had on my 11. But I ended up camping out in Tide, Texas. I also got fuel in Tide, Texas, because at the 108 they had it blocked off, the exit ramp was blocked off, and they were working on the frontage road, so I didn't fuel there. So I called in to have them turn on my fuel card. I had to do that 3 times. But finally, my fuel card worked, and I got to top off my tanks. I didn't bother with no 112 gallons. So I thought, hell, I'll just camp out here. I'm only 972 miles out from the customer, so yeah. I called it a day in Tye, Texas. And it's overcast, cloudy, so I don't think I'll get my truck washed today. It is Saturdays. Traffic should be okay. I should be going through Dallas, Fort Worth, boogie boogie. So it's cold out here, my teeth are clattering, and I'm gonna hit the road, Jack. Hey, good morning. Whew! What a day I had yesterday. I took off from Tye, Texas. By the time I got to Weatherford, it looked like it was gonna rain, so I bypassed my truck wash. And then we have another truck wash in Dallas, and the sun was trying to come out. But good thing I didn't stop, because I got a free truck wash on the east end of Texas. Man, it was coming down pretty good. As you can see, my truck is clean. I got another free truck wash on the west end of Louisiana. So I made it over here to Vicksburg last night. And these lights don't work. They didn't pay the electric bill. Man, it was dark. Either way, I camped out here last night. I am only 7 hours out from Atlanta, Georgia. I have a fuel stop in Toomsuba, Mississippi. Top off my tanks. And then I'll be at the customer this afternoon. I looked it up on Google Earth. I have truck parking there on the property, so all good. So I'm making pretty good time. Well, the sun is trying to come out. It is sprinkling a little bit. But it's nothing like what happened yesterday. I forgot to tell you about Shreveport. Man, I ran into Malfunction Junction. Had a sign saying all trucks must take that 220 loop around Shreveport. I think it was last year we had to do that. Either way, I'm going around the loop, bebopping. It's a pretty good loop. And then all of a sudden, 220, 49 split, I came to a backup. Right there at the right, I guess after the split, there was from what I could tell, there was two cars that got tangled up. So we had to get on 49 north. I don't need 49 north. About a mile and a half down the road, you exit off, go through town, and then get back on 220. I lost about an hour, maybe an hour and 15 minutes. No big deal. Not like I'm pressed for time getting to my destination. But driving down the road, you never know what'll happen. I'm about 20 miles out from getting fuel in Tumsuba. Get the top off my tanks. From where I was camped at this morning, or last night, 417 miles, I think it was. Yeah, I got thinking. I don't need a 30-minute break today. It's a straight shot on my 8. So that's a good deal. On paper, I'll be there about 5 o'clock. I made it to the company. There's another truck here. No big deal. My appointment's not till 11 o'clock. I just wake up whenever. I don't have to set the alarm. Had a pretty good run. Except for the traffic lights out there in the woods. I mean, who put traffic lights in the woods? I have no idea what highway I was on. All I know, I-20 East, exit 38, Highway 92. That's the only highway I know I took. Had to make a couple of lefts and rights. Either way, don't go that way. I got here yesterday evening, or afternoon, late afternoon. Parked behind that other truck, thinking I was good to go. Now, quit thinking. 15 minutes later, security came by and told me no overnight parking. So I got on the GPS, found a racetrack truck stop 8 miles down the road. So I'm bebopping down there, turned into the racetrack driveway. And guess what? There are no trucks at racetrack. Some of the racetracks have truck parking, not this one. I know my GPS is for cars and trucks, but if I have it in truck mode, it should only show me truck stops. This road that was right beside racetrack, they had a little spot where trucks been parking. There was another truck there, so I pulled in beside him, all good. Well, 5:30 in the morning, guess what? I hear a siren, short burst, whoop, 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 whoop. And then I see blue lights through the curtain, and then the officer, was banging on my truck with his flashlight. Click, 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 click. Man. So I opened up the curtain, I was staring at the headlight, berries and cherries are flashing, and he gets on a loudspeaker. Hey, put it in drive, you can't park there. Well, I guess he just got out long enough to bang on the truck. He didn't need to do that. I heard the siren. It was raining. So I decided to go back to the company. Here I am, taking off, half asleep. Good thing speed limit was 55 going on that highway to get here because I was doing 50. I'm rubbing my eyes. Hey, man, I got to wake up. I ain't had my coffee. So I got over here, checked in. They were cool about it. So I parked at the beginning of the building where the trailers park at. I thought I was good. Guess what? The guy that works in the warehouse, he come out there looking at my bill. Hey, you ain't supposed to park here. The stuff you have has to go on the other end of the building. Man. So I needed practice backing up. I moved over here to the other end of the building, and then I probably waited till about 2.5 hours, give or take. They could have took me early probably because they had a lot of doors open. But I wanted my coffee. I had coffee. Took my time, got dressed. Well, I was already dressed. Got me all out of whack. So I checked in, and then I was setting up the backup. I'm pulling out from my parking spot. I'm supposed to park in door 13. So I am checking out my door, my dock, make sure everything's clear. Nothing's in my way. Since I pulled out from my parking area, I have to really turn the wheel hard, get straightened out. It's a simple back. Main thing, just idle back, take your time. Don't get too crazy on the wheel. Just turn the steering wheel, let the trailer react, and then go from there. Right here, my tires are almost to the line, so I have to swing it back because there is a delay for the tractor to get underneath the trailer, so you have to time that just right. And this customer here pretty much get lined up with your door, leave some space, and they come out and cut the seal. And then you open up your doors, slide the tandem to the rear. So in my case, when I back up right here, I don't make too sudden movement on my steering. Don't need to. Don't need to go left, right, left. Just little turns on the steering to line it up to the dock. Here I am getting out. Look at that dorky looking dude. Hey man, that's the only yellow raincoat I could find. I wanted a gray one or black one, but no. All they had was yellow. Looked like a big old rubber duck. It only took about an hour and a half to unload. That's cool. So now I'm parked over here on the end of the warehouse in the trailer spot, waiting on my next load. Oh yeah, 2.5 days. My dash was clean. And then my check engine light came on. Man, I give up. But as long as my D rate, if you don't know what D rate is, when that comes on, it puts your motor in, I don't know, no power mode. But it says D rate, 120 minutes, seek service immediately. I thought I had 120 minutes. No, when that light comes on, bam, right off the bat, I'm losing power pulling the hill. With it off, yeah, I'm pulling the hill pretty good. When that comes on, the hill comes up. I mean, you can't even see the hill. And then here I am doing 50 miles an hour going down a highway. I mean, I'm looking around, hey, where's the hill? But as long as that don't go off, I'm happy. All the other lights, they've been going off and on since I've owned this truck. Been assigned this truck. The company wants to take care of the check engine light due to California regulations, whatever. But enough said on that. It is raining. I have my shades on. I am hoping the sun will come out today. But I'm glad you stopped by. Hope you enjoyed the video. And maybe one of these days I'll have smooth sailing on a trip. Until then, be safe. Keep the shiny side up. And watch out where you're parking. You might get whoop whoop. Adios.